All right, welcome back. This is M-Dog. Once again, we are in Fisher Online. We're in the Italy map, the level 22 map. And we're out here, as I'll show you, we're sort of out in the middle of the deeper part of the sort of sea portion of the map. And one of my favorite things to do on this map is really just to come out and bottom fish from the boat, which is what we're doing now. I think I'm actually going to change. So we're using size 2 hooks with this sea worm type bait. But I think I'm going to switch this middle one. This is our weakest rod. And this is kind of stuff we're catching along with some other stuff. They're all good fish, really. But because I want to try it, so this is the Nereus or Nereus. I don't know how to say it, but it's this kind of bait. I think I want to actually switch this one to a 1 hook. I think that will change the type of fish we catch on it, or open us up to potentially catching some other types of fish. And then we'll have the outer 2 rods set up with the size 2 hooks, which will continue to give us basically the fish that we're catching now. Looks like the ground bait probably just wore off. I was going to say, we are using ground bait here. In fact, the ground bait may have expired. I mean, we may have used it all up, which means we can make some new ones, which will be good. We'll actually use this bait in the ground bait mix. I think most of the fish we're catching would probably like some sort of fish oil combined with, this bait we're using. It shouldn't be a difficult ground bait to come up with. The ground bait I was using had some fish stuff in it. It's one that I had made previously. So we'll make one in particular for this fish, for this spot. And right at the end of the video, we'll try to do something that I have never done on this map. There's a nicer boat now that we have access to on this map that looks like it'd be great for trolling. So we'll try to do a little bit of trolling on this map, which again, I've never done. I don't know how well it works. I know on the next map we do, trolling is terrific. But we'll give it a try on this one and just see how that feels. Okay, so this is one of the types of fish. In fact, last night, this was the last video I was going to do, and I sort of just ran out of time. But yesterday, this was the daily. And so this is actually, this fish here, the turbot, is actually what got me sort of using these baits. And wait, can we cancel? I don't think you can cancel. Oh yeah, we did cancel it. How did I do that? Right clicked before it landed? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we are out of the ground bait we were using for this. So let's make some new ground bait. And then we need to switch that 3rd rod. That 3rd rod still has night crawlers, because when I first came out here, I was looking to see if the Wells catfish might be active, but it was already getting to be morning, so I think we just ran out of time on that. But unfortunately, all the daily quests today are about Wells catfish, which I'm not necessarily super excited about. So I think we could start with a krill attractant. And let's do a squid oil or green mussel. Let's do a green mussel dip. We need to pick a base. Probably fish meal. You could do dry blood as well. We'll try fish meal. And then let's actually put this bait into the... Oh, we don't have enough. Okay, we'll use sea worm instead. We might not have enough of those. I need to get more of both of those. What about squid? We could put squid in there. Okay, so now we have a new green mussel. It's actually something that probably work for catfish also, potentially. We'll see how this does. Let's see if this negatively impacts. Again, we need to switch that switch that third line. Okay, so we put the smaller hook. You could even go 0 size hook. You can also fish with squid out here. There's all kinds of stuff you can catch, but let's give this a couple of fish to see what it looks like on size 1 hooks, and then maybe we can mix it up. Okay, so this third line we do need to mix up. We were using night crawlers and bunches of giblets, all kinds of stuff trying to get catfish, huge hooks. We're going to go to size 2 hooks, and we'll use this new ground bait that we just created. And again, this is kind of what I like to use out here. You can also use squid or sea worm. All of those will work, and we can kind of look at what fish are out here and see what else is showing up, at least on the records list. Okay, so let me show you the map. So when you spawn in, you come way over here, right? And so you do have this section here is kind of the channel. This island here, I believe folks do feeder fish from the island if you prefer to fish from the island versus the boat. Here's a fish market that you can use with a little landing area dock here. This is a pretty deep area, so again, another spot that if you want to fish off of this dock, feeder fish off the dock, there's some good fishing over there as well. And then just sort of a wide open sea, which is where we are now. So it's pretty cool. I think this map is pretty fun. So let's look at the records so you can see some of the fish that are on here. There's just a huge variety. So it looks like if we use blood as bait, we can catch the, however you say those. And I think in this part of the world, that actually is a very popular, there's 3 of them actually. That is a very popular fish that people fish for. So maybe it would be worth doing that. Based on the size of those fish, the largest ones are 12. I could see using a large 1 hook, which is what we have on this right now. Let's see what we caught on this. This is the smaller hook, a smaller flathead mullet. Let's try that. Let's switch this out while we're looking at these to blood and see. Oh, wait. For some reason, we're not showing ground bait. Oh, because we didn't switch it over. Okay, here we go. Well, we have some fish on, don't we? So I guess this ground bait we made is working for something at least. But the nice thing about using this bait and fishing out in this spot is you catch a nice variety of fish, and so many of them are actually worth decent silver and nice XP. So it's been, we're catching a lot of these turbots. So it's been a really enjoyable way to fish out here, I think. And again, I don't know if trolling will be any good, but I think it might be interesting to try it. We'll just throw some random lures on and just kind of troll around, see if we get any bites at all. We'll do that right at the end here. We do have a Xander quest for experience, but again, I'm not sure how active the Xander would be for just trolling. But now the next video, the next map, maybe not overnight, but during the day, we will definitely do some trolling. It's, I think, one of the best trolling experiences I've had, actually. This looks like one of those fish that we're going for. And that did come in on a size 2 hook. So maybe the size 1 on our middle rod is too small. And again, just look at the variety of different fish we're catching on the same bait. Alright, so again, looking at the records. I'm not sure I've ever caught one of these. The Merluzo. if we were using a really small hook, like a zero hook potentially, or with blood, we might catch squid. I've done that before. You can catch wild carp out here. Again, I think that's something that folks do from the island, perhaps. All right, let's see what's on this. Size 1 hook with blood. Let's see if it's one of those fish that has the 3 different variations of it. Yep, it looks like it is. It's just a little smaller one. Yeah, so you wonder if the size 2 hook might even be better. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's not a bad bite rate out here either. I wonder if we used a size 3 hook. Actually, I'm not sure. I think on this bait, the highest size you can use is 2. Yeah, that's right. So hook-wise, we can't go any larger with this bait. This looks like a flounder, doesn't it? But this is a really nice boat. I don't think this boat has been on this map the whole time. I just don't remember having access to this boat, but I could be wrong. I remember the older boat. There's an older boat that's here, and I think this newer, nicer one maybe took the place of a different one that was okay, but maybe not quite this nice. We'll give it a little bit longer, and then we'll see how trolling's going. But you see our experience bar is moving really well. I mean, and basically all I've done since we leveled up was a little bit of this same type of fishing on this map last night when I thought I might get the final video in, and then what you've seen me do here today. So a lot of these fish are giving us, like, you know, 2,000, 3,000 XP for the nice ones, so it just adds up. And I guess another thing you could do that might be quite fun is if you wanted to spin fish for something from the boat, you could keep 2 of your feeders out and then do some sort of, you know, jigging to try to get those zander or something like that. Yeah, we're almost out of these baits. I've got to remember to get more of them. Large flathead mullet. I don't really know if trolling a shad like this is a good idea, but we might try it. The other 2 will have like wobblers on there, but I'm curious if trolling that shad will do anything. mean, I think you want a shad like this probably, you know, stepping off the bottom or whatever. So when we're trolling it, I guess it depends on what speed we're trolling, but yeah, it just may not do anything. But we'll give it a try. Okay, so let's see. We'll cast this out. And let's reel these in. And let's try a little bit of trolling before we wrap it up here. And I do think that that this is really a great map, though. So we're going to try the WOB Shad F3. It's a wobbler, 3.2 meter. We're going to put that one right there. And again, the fish on this map may not respond to trolling at all. I just have no idea. And we'll use the jumper. Same 2.5 meter depth. It's a 5 gram jumper. We'll use that over here on the far left. And then we will raise the anchor. Let's see. We want to keep it like probably right about there. So can we control? Looks like we cannot control the boat unless we're in the driver's seat. So let's get heading back the other way, and then we'll see if we hook into anything here. Especially on rods 1 and 2. Those are the ones I would think might be able to do something. But there aren't as many, I guess, predator fish that, you know, look like they go after lures on this map compared to the next map we'll go to. So I'm really just not sure. I definitely am doubting that this shad's going to do anything. This like jig setup. So let's try something else on here. We could even try like a spoon maybe. Just to be a little different. Oh, we're getting a fish. Alright, so turn off the engine. I think we're getting a fish, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, that was just the beep of putting the other one down, I think, actually. Sounds promising, right? Okay, so we did find a fish. Let's see what it is. I think that's something that we have caught on the, yeah. Okay, very nice. We have also caught those on the baits that we were using on our feeders. So maybe some of those types of fish will go. If those come on lure, then I can see, you know, maybe there are plenty of species here to troll for. A sea bass. Yeah, so there's a large sea bass we caught on those worms. Oh, this does have a freeze fish option, which I can't remember the details of how that works, but basically it allows you to stay out longer before your keep net fills up. If you transfer them to the freezer, and then you have to unload them at the shore in a particular way, but it's kind of neat if you want to stay out for a while. It doesn't take too long to get back to where base is if you're actually going full speed, but of course you can fast travel as well. You just can't fast travel back out here on the boat. It is just also, I mean, it's also entirely possible that there's lures that we're not using that would work better. We probably should have had a deeper one on there, but now we're heading towards the channel, so that's not a good idea. Now there's at least perch and stuff like that, I would think, you know, in the shallower in the channel. But we'll just give it a couple more minutes here, and then we'll fast travel back, sell some fish, see what they're worth, and wrap it up. I don't know if where we are here, if that's hitting the bottom, the 2.5 meter lure. The spoon should be fine, but oh, it's an asp. Okay. We're in a little bit shallower water. But it does seem like this WOB shad has been doing some decent work. We caught a couple fish off of it. Alright. So, just maybe some more More experimentation is required to see about trolling on this map, but it seems like there's some possibilities. So a very quick 575 silver. It just adds up so quickly with this feeder fishing technique. It's a really good, I think it's a really good farm on this map currently. And this is the bait, so it's 40 silver for 10. And if you actually use 10 of them, I mean, that should be, that should easily, you know, I don't know, that 300 to 500 silver easy if you actually go through 10. And I don't think we've gotten a third hero star, so we're still waiting to get a third one to see what we get as in terms of opening up a container. I don't think we're going to stay on this map, so I think we will cancel out these quests, because I think the next video will actually move to the next map, and we'll want to have this available for new quests. But again, this is Italy. A lot of fun, especially using feeder rods out in the deeper areas. Seems to be one of the better things. Oh, I know what I was going to look at really quick. I want to upgrade our... Wait, those are pickers. Okay, so this store doesn't have all the options. So next time we're at one of the nicer stores, I really want to upgrade... just see how much we need to save to get our last carp rod upgraded. We also have, like we were talking about before, we have the very cheapest fly rod. So this is something else I may look at doing. It's got a lot more strength in it. I just want to double check on other maps to make sure this really is the best fly rod you can get. There might be even better ones. This one goes up to 18. I'm hoping that it also can cast farther. And then, of course, you can go up to a nicer fly reel as well. And then, so if we have 18, we can go 17.2 for the leader and 17.8 on the line. Maybe try out the yellow line. So, again, I want to check out some of the other stores on the other maps as we're progressing farther and farther into the in-game maps and such. I guess we're not really at in-game yet. There's still several maps that I can't even go to at level 29, but we're getting there. Okay, as always, thanks for watching, and as a look ahead, what should be next, if I go in order here, which I plan to, would be, let's see, this is 22, so I think, is it Finland? Yes, 26. Finland at 26 comes before Serbia, which I'm not sure that I've even ever really spent any time at Serbia. We'll have to see. But I have spent time at Finland. This is a place that I've talked about where I enjoy trolling so much. So that should be next. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.